guys, Jess here. I'm back and I have a album flip through for you today. Yay! I know I haven't been creating a lot of content lately. Life's been a little chaotic, but I have been creating in the background. If you don't create content or you're not used to it, it's kind of, you got to find the right time and environment in order to record. At least you do in my house. And so that hasn't been really granted to me as of late. But I have still found time to create, and I also had a little getaway with some friends that allotted me some scrappy time too. So I got my October daily done. This was the first October daily, and now I think I've only, well, I say the first. I think this is just my second October daily. I've done December daily more, so let me correct myself. I did not finish my October daily in October last year. Life, you know, that's all I'm going to say. Life got in the way of that. So I made a commitment that I would finish it early on in the year. And I did that. So yay me. I'm so excited about that. So I also did it in a different format this year. I did it in a storyline chapters, Heidi Swap. It is the 7x9 size. And I had so much fun with it. I was actually a little worried that I couldn't get as interactive as I do in the D-Ring albums, but actually that was not the case. I felt like I had just enough play, if you will, and she's chunky, like chunky monkey, right? But I love every ounce of it. I really like the style. This is actually the style I've moved my memory keeping to, so I think I'm gonna, I don't know, I'm still undecided about my December daily, but everything else is going to move to the storyline chapters books. I just really love it. I love the feel and touch of it. It's like a true scrapbook. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody else, but that's what it feels like to me, and I just love it so very much. And I've really been enjoying Stop the Blur, which you'll see some content from that in the very near future too. So anyways, let's just get right into this because I'm so excited about this album. Alright, so here is, I've got it in the Black Timeless album, which I got this on Amazon. I don't think she actually has it on her site anymore. She's got a pink and white and a gray, so I had to go hunting, but I love these albums, and they have this really fun way of binding. There's not rings, there's these rods that the books fit onto, which is really fun. So you can fit multiple booklets into one of these albums. So I'm really excited about that. So I haven't decided like if I'm going to put all my Octobers in here, or am I just going to put like all of my 2023s in here. I haven't really decided yet. So comment below if you have a suggestion how you would organize these albums. Like, cause I could probably fit at least 3, if not 4 of these books in here, depending on how chunky the other ones are. Like I kind of want to do, I'll have like a family album in here, and then I don't know, I'm thinking about Week in the Life, seeing if I could add that in here too, but, or do I just do all October? So anyways, I'm gonna, you know, I appreciate your feedback there, let me know. But let's dive right in, and I'm actually gonna zoom a little closer. There we go. So hopefully you guys can see that. Let me back up a little bit. There we go. So you can see it a little better. So here is the cover. I just did a simple sticker, and then numbers here, or actually I think that was stamping, and then these chipboard numbers here, and then these fun little ghost stickers I think came from Etsy. They were gifted to me, or did I buy them? I don't remember which, but they're super cute, and I love ghosts. They're my favorite Halloween character, if you will. So you see a lot of that throughout this album. And then so I have my cover page. So I backed this and added this cute little silverware pocket here. I do have a letter that I wrote that I'm going to be sticking in here because this October was a little different. To kind of talk about like my feelings and, you know, life and how this October was different. So I have that. I just haven't printed out and put it in here, but that's where that's going. And then I did this fun cover page with some stamp therapy. Added some thickers as well, and I deemed the Sweet and Spooky October Stories. So, because it's not really daily for me, it's just the stories, which I think that's really the intent of the project, but just had fun playing with some Tim Holtz stamps and inks, and just a it was just fun to just play and put it together. So I think it came out pretty good. All right, so story number 1 is all my ghosts. And I call this Best Ghouls. My girlfriend and I have a love for ghosts together, and she found these cute like ceramic ghosts for me. So I took them home, and so I took a picture of them buckled in the car. And I found her this cute ghost bag, and we put flowers in it, and it's just a story of like all my ghosts. This is my decor at home, showing off all my ghosts. Oh, probably a little overboard for some, but I just love them and it made me happy. So that is that. Next story is our annual trip to Boothby's, which is a local orchard here. So this technically was in September, but this is all like fall. Like for me, it's technically an October daily, but really it's just all fall things. That's what I call it. And I used the 49th and Market collection. I don't remember the name of it, but when you see it in the packaging, you're kind of like, ooh, that's a lot. I don't know. It's different, but beautiful. I absolutely love their stuff. And so when I actually pulled it out and started playing with it and the layout, it just all came together. And I love like the realistic, the watercolor type imagery, the kind of like a vintage look to it. I don't know, I really love the 49th and Market product, and I had a lot of fun playing with it, and I think it documented the story very well. So it's just photos of us at the apple orchard and then the farm stand that we go to. Next we have a big story for us, which is our newest addition to our fur family, our fur babies. We now officially have 4 dogs. And this was Millie, or this is Millie, I should say, when she was a puppy. So she was a foster, because we did foster a couple of times. She was our second one. Our first foster had adopters already, and he was awesome too. And then so we decided to foster again with no intent of keeping, another dog, adopting another dog. But we brought her to an adoption event. She didn't get adopted then. She didn't have an adopter when she came to us. And so she came back home, and that whole experience of like dropping her off and then going to pick her back up was just traumatic for all of us, including her. And when she came back home, she was like all depressed when my husband picked her up and sad. And he was texting me like, "This is so sad." And then he brought her home, and as soon as she walked in the door, she livened right back up. She saw the other boys, and she was so happy. And Joe, my husband, he's like, "She's home." And he's like, "Do you want her?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do." So we adopted her. And so this is a story. So we called her Millie. Her foster name was Mirage, but we call her Millie. And then this is just the story about that whole story I just told you. And now there are 4. And they all get along. It's so funny. And so here's the crew with this fun little tag. And then, and then what's tucked in here is just a fun little stamp therapy tag that I made for the month of October. I've been really trying to practice stamping and have fun making tags, so I just plopped this in there. And then on this side, it's the start of our October girls trip that we had scheduled to Jim Thorpe in Pennsylvania. And so I just have this little calendar card that I filled out with some fun little ghosty stickers and a cute quote that I noticed that autumn is more of a season of the soul than of nature, and that speaks to me greatly. And this is so me and my dear friend, we took the road trip down together. We had so much fun. I journaled it here. We just had the best time. I would get in a car and drive anywhere with her anytime. Like, sign me up. We just had the best time. And so then this was our trip kind of snapshot. I have a separate album that I'm actually going to go in more detail, but this was a big part of my October, so I wanted to include it. And so we have this like flip up from Heidi that just documents kind of the fun moments that we had together. And this was really fun to capture. Oh, you guys aren't seeing the top, so they have photos on the top and bottom. So super fun. We were being silly and having a great time. And then I have these sliders here that I added photos to. So again, just all the snapshots from our trip, and I just did them on one side. I couldn't remember if I did both. And they just slide back in. But it's really fun. Just little moments. And these chipboard pieces are all from 49th and Market as well, so it tied in nicely to this layout. So we have a lot of where I'm standing. We even met some deer in the yard. I got close to feeding one, which was super exciting. It was beautiful there. If you've never been to Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, I highly recommend it. It is a great trip. Very low-key, cute little town, fun buildings and shops, and you're surrounded by mountains and trees. It's just gorgeous. And then this documents our trip home, where Janae actually made a list. We had a goal to hit as many Marshall, TJ Maxx, and Home Goods on the way back as we could. And so this was some snapshots. We'd take selfies in front of them. And we had the best time doing that. And I think that's what I ended with here. And then rolling into more October shenanigans. We have the Botanical Gardens up here in Booth Bay, which have these awesome wooden trolls. My son calls them the giants. There's a little glare there, I'm sorry. Oh, there we go. And so I documented just a bunch of photos. We went with my mom after his football game, and we just had the best day. The weather was beautiful. It was just perfect. We had so many great photos, but these are the ones that I took out, and they were my favorite. So just document that with some simple stamping and just some word phrase stickers. So really, really fun. And then next is one of my favorites. So I just had fun playing on this side. This building stamp was from Studio Calico, and it has all these little Halloween characters and window decorations that you can actually build out the building with. So I just chose the ghosts and I just arranged them in different order in the windows. And then I just, it says haunted house if you enter if you dare. Just really fun and cute. Because I just wanted to fill this in, because on the other side, which was this one, I had a plan. So I had already had this design, and I'm like, what am I going to do here? So I just decided for it to be a filler. It was just really fun. So not every page has to have a story, right? Just play and have fun with your product. So this is probably one of my favorite things from October. I can't remember where this paper is from, but I absolutely love it. These sheet ghosts are just awesome. I have this ghost die that I cut out, and then the boo, I think, is from Allie. And so I did the dog ghost challenge. I just love this so much. It was really hard to get them to sit still and do this, but they did it. Treats helped a lot. But I took each of the dogs and made them a ghost. Isn't this so adorable? And so then I just made this little booklet on the inside of a book within a book, which is one of Heidi's tricks, and it's so fun. This just kills me. She's like got half the sheet over her eye. I just remember this day so well. It was so fun, and they were good sports. But such a fun way to tell that story. So, and I love the green. Green's my favorite color. Just this whole layout is just a favorite of mine. All right, next we have football. So Wyatt did flag football for the first time this year, and it was interesting. It was hard for him, but he persevered and made it to the end of the season. But this was one of his best games, so that's why I chose to document this one. It was in Booth Bay, and then that's when we went to the Giants after. But I just grabbed some snapshots. I had some football paper that I put in the background. And all these photos, by the way, were printed off my Epson Workforce, and I love them. It's got a matte look to it. I know it's a little bit of a glare because of the lights, but the quality and just, I really am enjoying that printer. I have a video on it. If you go check it out, I'll link it below. If you're interested in, oh, dogs are going off. If you're interested in learning more about that printer. But then I had this die cut in my stash. I can't remember where I picked that up, but it just worked out perfectly. And then I just made this a flip up. Another photo. My mom actually grabbed these snapshots of him, and they just are so good, so awesome. And then I did some journaling about this day and this game. It was just really great. Wyatt got to play all his positions and all these different positions, and he just had a lot of fun. It was the best game overall. So I'm just so pleased with the way this spread came out. All right, next we have me and just a new mug that I got because I love mugs, although I drink iced coffee year-round, but I just love mugs. They make me happy, and I have them sprinkled throughout my craft room, and this was my newest one. and a cute little rub-on that says there's, or no, this was a stamp, excuse me. There's booze inside, and it came along with this stamp, which was an Ellen Hudson Houston collection. Really, really cute. Then this, I believe, came from Heidi, just a big tag. And on the back side is me and Wyatt, where we dressed up for Halloween. He wasn't really into it this year, so he at first didn't want to dress up at all. But I found these skeleton glow-in-the-dark pajamas, and he thought they were so cool because they glow in the dark. So I dressed up as a witch, and he was the skeleton. He didn't want to wear a mask or anything, so I respected that. But this was a snapshot of us together, which is really fun. So I'm glad he did something. We didn't go trick-or-treating, but this is going to my parents. They had a little Halloween surprise for them. Then actual Halloween, like I just said, we didn't go trick-or-treating, but instead we introduced him to Happy Gilmore. So my son, if you guys don't know, he loves to golf. My husband is a big golfer. And so we thought we would sit down and watch Happy Gilmore, and of course Wyatt loves it. But that was our Halloween evening, and you know, honestly, I was quite alright with it. TV is a stamp set. I believe it was from Close to My Heart, if I remember correctly. And then just some stickers, alpha stickers and letter stickers from various collections. Alright, then we have this fun page here, which this couldn't have worked out more perfect with our spooky gingerbread house. So this, I believe, came from Allie's Halloween collection. Or no, it might have been Paper Person. I can't recall. I'm so sorry, guys. It's been a while with the product, so bear with me. But the colors just match perfectly. So this is a pretty simple layout, but I just matted this photo. This is our spooky gingerbread house we made, which fell apart shortly after this photo. Spoiler alert. And then I just made a cute little tag. And then I just have I documented us being silly while we made it, and the quick story of us putting it together. And then, again, these pages kind of complement each other because of all the colors. But this is Wyatt and I in Target, and we were just having fun with the costumes. And that's always a fun thing to do, so we kind of do that every year. It's funny, he didn't want to dress up for Halloween, but he has no problem doing this with me, which I appreciate. So we were just being silly. Alright, next we have another orchard trip. So we found this orchard 2 years ago now, or almost 2 years ago. We went with the Maine Pea Pods, which is a nonprofit diabetic group up here, and we couldn't wait to go back. It's just an awesome orchard. And so I used some Paper Person and a lot of the 49th and Market collection again here. Isn't this just stunning? Like the pumpkins, the leaves, oh, I just love it. And then so I just made, this pocket came with the 49th and Market product I bought, and then so did these. So I just made little snapshots of us and the day we had out of this pocket, which was so fun, right? And they just pop right back in here, and I don't know, I just think it came out super cute. Had a lot of fun with this one. And again, I am loving 49th and Market. You'll probably see more of that in the future because this was my first one. First collection I bought, and I can't wait to get more. Absolutely love it. And then we have this cute little card given to me by my friend. So I backed this paper, and this was, I think, if I remember correctly, a card that was bought last year on our girls trip. We met the artist that made these. She's a young girl, and she was just starting off with her sticker store, and I wish I could remember the name. I have her business card somewhere. I'm so sorry. I'm very unprepared. But anyways, I fell in love with this card. And so she gave it to me, and then sent me this cute little note. And then I just plopped our picture in there, and a couple of stickers. And then next I made this fun little like see-through window with some printed vellum. We got some vellum ghost bats. Just fun, again, just pulling out some of my supplies and just, again, adding a different element, some interest to this book. And then on the back side of it is the Halloween we had at my mom and dad's, my grandmother's. So this is back in October, so I got snapshots of each of the boys with Graham. And then just Wyatt and the boys and some of the fun decorations my parents did. So they just did like a haunted yard, which was really cute. Had this chipboard piece which just worked perfectly in the middle. So super fun, simple, but it tells a story really well. And sometimes simple is just good. Alright, so here's some costume fun. So on the left here, this is Wyatt's costume that he wore at my parents', the skull pajamas, the light up skull pajamas, and then all his Halloween goodies that he got at my parents', and I kind of wrote that little story there. And then these cute little skeletons were from a Close to My Heart stamp and die set, and they are just so fun. The top and bottoms are separated so you can do different, like move them around, or you know, it's just, they're so fun. So I couldn't wait to use those. And of course, because he was a skeleton, it just worked out perfectly. And so I just printed Wyatt out and I hand cut him like old school style, which is a fun technique to do every now and again. And then on the opposite side is my husband. So he's the Liberty Mutual insurance guy from the commercials. We pulled this together kind of last minute, but him and his team at work, because they're in the hazard and flood market for home insurance, they all dressed up as different insurance mascots. It was really fun. But this is my husband, and it just cracks me up. So I'm so glad I got the photos and was able to document it. And then last but not least is we're just ending with Halloween night, which was again watching Happy Gilmore, but we had some spooky food, and then it's just a picture of my sister-in-law and Wyatt on the couch watching Happy Gilmore, just all snuggled up, which was really fun. And that is my October daily. So fun. It feels so good to have it completed. I hope you guys have enjoyed this walkthrough. I'd love to hear what you think, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!